I said excuse me. I'm on my way back to work. Well, I'm late. Well, I'm not late. I had an appointment today. I was scheduled off. Dang, can I talk? I was scheduled off, but my appointment stuff didn't even last that long. So I'm going to work. Cause yeah, we're going to work. So let's talk about this real quick. Let me talk about this real quick. The purpose of devaluing. Okay, this is something that God was like elaborating. Like I don't know, just give me more wisdom on him. Okay, so the purpose of devaluing. Let's break it down kind of a little bit into a little bit of a science, just a tad. So what is the purpose of devaluing a person? Right? It's because they see you one as valuable and they want you to come down on the price. Now, how do you handle something if a person, let's say for instance, you want to work with somebody and you don't have the what you call the finances to do it, right? So then what do? This is for people who are honorable. I'm gonna go into depth about the other portion too, but I want to go into depth about people that are honorable, but financially they haven't come into their blessed place, right? So I'm gonna tell you from my own personal experience. I've met people that were amazingly talented, right? But wisdom would say you got to have a budget when you're doing anything. You got to have a budget. So what did I do? Right? I'm not going to tell them, oh, sorry. I'm not going to tell them to come down on their price. I'm not going to tell them to come down on their price. Because the thing is, you want to pay somebody their worth. You want to pay somebody what they are worth. You don't want to ask somebody to come down on their price. Now, what happens is when you are honorable, then that's when the favor of God will make up for whatever you lack. A lot of times, I've seen this even in men. If they want a woman, they be like, okay, I gotta get my money to where I want to be. No, that's just an excuse. That's just an excuse. Because regardless of which way am I going? Oh, this took me the wrong way. I gotta go back around, y'all. Wrong turn. That's just an excuse. No, because there's plenty of men who didn't have it like that, but they still pursue. Listen, because that's where favor comes in. So it's a balance of favor, and it's a balance of favor and faith, right? But let's say, for instance, like I wanted to work with somebody, like a videographer or something, and I asked them, I said, okay, what is your price range? I'm not asking like, okay, they're not asking me what is your budget. No, what is your value? Because I want to pay you what you value yourself. I see your work, I see the value, and I want to pay you what you're worth, right? And if I can't afford it, this is what you do. This is what you do. Hurry up! I hate when somebody speed up and then slow down. Like, oh, you gonna commit to being rude. You ain't even being rude. Just commit to speeding up past me. Just go. So this is what you do. 2. Dang, I was not trying to talk. Holy Spirit, help me. This is what you do. If you have other gifts and talents, and this person is in need of something that you have, then you bargain. This is what they did. This is what they did in the early days. They bargained. You bargain. You have gifts and talents that person needs. Okay, let's work together and come to a common agreement that can be delivered to the same value that you are charging me that maybe financially I can't reach, right? Or, and I'm not talking about selling coochie on. Come on, y'all. We're not talking about that. No, we're not doing that. Listen, at least I'm not doing it. I'm a woman of God. No, I don't play like that. And God don't play like that with me. And listen, I'm no. That's what you do between the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But and I know there's some situations where, but listen, I've been put in certain situations. You just you gotta trust God. You gotta be prepared to. I'd rather be on the ground than do certain things. That's just me. Now, you can bargain with what other gifts and talents that are just as good, or that it's just as valuable, right? Or you don't engage with that person at all. Or you find something that's in your price range. When I'm talking about dating, y'all, this is not concerning dating. Dating is a bit different. Dating is a bit different. That's why I don't judge a man off of just finances alone. When I dating wise, you have to be able to see value outside of financial value. Okay. Now, granted, this is not always the truth, but men who tend to have money tend to be more disciplined, more centered in where they're going. You know what I'm saying? But that's not always true. That's just like saying somebody's fat and they're not healthy. That's not true, because there's skinny people who I know have, who are not as healthy. You know what I'm saying? So you can't always say that. So it's about understanding how to spiritually discern value, having discernment. Now, like back to what I was saying, why do people devalue you? It's because they know that you are valuable. First of all, they see something that you have that they want access to. Dang. That they want access to. Okay, I had a badge in. They see something valuable that you have, and they want access to it. So what's happening? They're trying to belittle you, make you feel insecure, provoke insecurity in you. Insecure people, I promise you, I've dealt with this a lot. And the crazy thing is I've seen people do this a lot, not just to me, but to other people. They would try to provoke insecurity in you. Why? Because they are insecure and they want access to something that you are. So because they can't get access, they want to belittle you, provoke insecurity in you, hoping that you will come down off the price. No. This is why you have to be stern and know exactly who you are. Because if you don't, people will tell you. And people, 9 times out of 10, it's very rare that you meet people that are willing to pay the price of what you are and the value that you bring. Because people don't like paying full price of stuff. They always looking for a discount. They always looking for discounts because they don't want to pay full price. Full price requires accountability. Full price requires them giving up something. Once again, this is not always about dating, but it can play a little bit into that too. I feel like I'm rushing in this conversation, but it's still good stuff. So I might wait. Did I drive too far down? No, I didn't. It's right here. Okay, so let me park right. I'm parking right here because what? Yeah. So hold on, y'all. I feel like I'm rushing because I'm trying to go into work, but I'm trying to get this word out as God is downloading it. So that's why you have to know who you are first off, so you don't fall into the trap that people will put you in. Because people, like I said, people will try to devalue you. So or provoke insecurity in you. So you come down off the price, and so they don't have to pay full price for whatever value you bring. Okay, and you have to know who you are, and you have to stand 10 toes down on. This is who I am. This is the value that I offer. I know that God has blessed me with so and so, so and so. And I know I can walk into this room and still be humble, right? We're not going into rooms saying, no, you can still be humble, right? You can still be, I'm not talking about us in humble in the sense of dimming your light because other people are uncomfortable. That's not true humility. That is false humility. What I am talking about is humility in the sense of you know how to negotiate, you know how to be fair, you know how to go into a space and still be loving and kind. I don't think that I'm better than nobody, but I know for a fact nobody is better than me. And I understand going into any relationship, any type of business relationship, any type of friendship, any type of romantic relationship, the value that I bring as a woman. And what a lot of people are banking on, a lot of people don't have character. A lot of people do not have character. A lot of people are malicious, have malicious intent. A lot of people are not are not into the relationship with the Lord well enough to where they have allowed God to convict their spirits when they are being malicious, right? And so what happens is you have a lot of people who are walking around with a false sense of identity and who have not done the work. It's very rare that you meet people that are willing to do the work on themselves emotionally, mentally, physically. Same, and I'm not just talking about people. I'm talking about myself is included in it. I'm doing work on all those things, and not to say, "Oh, look at me." No, I'm just saying, like you have to be willing to do the work on any area, any area. That's any area. If you want to see progress in any area, you have to do the work. And you have to be very prayerful because God can give you favor to where you don't have to do as much work. Well, God will make it a lot easier depending on your assignment and depending on your grace. But people want you to come down off the price. So instead of honoring the value that you bring and bargaining, or because there's nothing wrong with bargaining. There's nothing wrong with bargaining. You can see somebody's value and say, hey, financially, this is what I have. But I'm willing to bargain this gift or this, or we can bargain with this and this and make it work still. That way I'm not making you bring down the price, but I'm bringing a common goal that we have. I'm bringing a common destination that we're trying to get to, and we're bargaining. I'm not saying, and bargaining doesn't mean negotiating. I'm not coming down off the price. But what we can do, we can bargain. I didn't say I'm a bargain, but I'm saying we can bargain for whatever their lack of. There's been times where God has told me to give out free coaching calls, or God has led me to do stuff for free. And it's not because I don't know my worth. It's not because I don't see my value. It's because supernaturally, right? They have value with somebody that I value, God. And I know that if they've built value with him, then and God says do this for free, then I know for a fact that this person carries value. And God paid for it. Because I'm first submitted to God before I'm submitted to anything else. So I can trust that God sees their value. Okay, God sees this person's value. I'm going to do this for free because the Lord told me to do it. Now this ain't the case all the time. You don't work free all the time. Now come on now. But you use wisdom and you also use your discernment. You don't let people tell you what you are and what you're not. No, that's not their job. Your job is to get before the Lord, allow him to speak to you long enough so that you can find out who you are, what you stand for, what value you bring. And a lot of times value can get confused as you're in a healing journey. Everybody has been there. Everybody has dealt with it. But no, you have to stand 10 toes down like, no, I'm not, listen, you can't be desperate. You can't be desperate. If you are a desperate person, guess what? You're not going to value yourself. You can't be so desperate to the point you're gonna allow anybody to mistreat you and do. Listen, I don't care about opportunity. I have unfollowed people recently because they're being shady and disrespectful. So I was like, you know what? You lost access to me. You don't deserve value to me. I don't care if you have a platform. I don't care. I don't care who you know. I don't care about your contacts. I don't care. Because there's nothing that you can give me that my Father in heaven can't give to me. Matter of fact, we got more money than you got. We got more clout than what you have. Heaven is lit. And a lot of people think I'm talking about earthly stuff. No. Earth is temporary. What you do here on earth is all temporary. What's done in heaven is going to last forever. I don't care. There's nothing you can give me. Instead of you saying, I recognize your value and I want to work with you, or I recognize your value and I want to get to know you, I want to be around you. You mistreat people and hope that they will devalue themselves, which is demonic. That is not how you build relationships. And those are not the type of people that I want to surround myself with. Because if you do it to me, you'll do it to other people. And I don't play like that. Because God don't play about people like that. And if you really know the Lord, you know for a fact that God loves people. And you cannot mistreat people, especially people that are his. He don't play like that with nobody. When people see me going off, I usually go off on people who earned it. I go out of my way to be kind to people. I go out of my way to you know what I'm saying? But if I see some somebody trying to play in my face, whatever, then yes, I set a boundary. No, being a Christian does not mean there's other people being a doormat. No. You can set boundaries with people and still, you know, have respect or whatever else. Bro, go, where are you at? You just, I heard somebody talking. You can still be a valuable person, right? And recognize somebody else's value. And how you approach that person shows if they respect your value or not. You can't approach me like I had when I was on a day nap. I haven't been on there for some weeks now. Probably like a month and some change now. When I was on there, this dude hit me with, "Oh, I'm trying to be your personal lunch." What? That's what you got for when I said I like direct people? That's what you got? That let me know right there. You not the one, bro. Is that the wrong being sexually attracted to somebody? You should be sexually attracted to somebody that you are potentially wanting to date. That is a given. I'm not marrying nobody I'm not attracted to. That's not gonna happen. If I don't want to jump your bones, no, it's not gonna work. I need to be sexually attracted to you. Physically attracted to you, no. But excuse me. But that lets me know he does not see my value. Because a man that sees your value, he's gonna approach you differently. And not just with money. I've had men that have flash cash and then try to talk to me. No, that's not how you approach me. Because guess what? Money is not the end all of all. I want to know your character. If your character sucks, guess what? I don't want anything from you. I don't want no gifts from you because guess what? It's contaminated. It's contaminated because you're gonna give me that and expect something in return. So I won't take anything from you. No, you have to show me in action and character that you recognize my value. And you have to treat me as such. I'm a lady. You can't approach me like I'm a hoe. And I don't care if you was a hoe 2 seconds ago. You can decide, okay, I'm not a hoe no more. Boom. It's about how you decide to carry yourself. No person can come to me and try to be disrespectful and then expect to have access to me. You're not going to have access to me. You have shown me that you don't value me enough to respect me. So guess what? You don't have access to me no more. Please carry on with your life. I don't care. I don't care. And they love to do this. Oh, but I know it's so and so. I don't care who you know. I don't care. You're not a good person. I don't want to be around you. Because guess what? I don't want your contacts. God got me. Because guess what? I don't want to be connected to nobody I'm not supposed to be connected to. I don't care how much money, fame. I don't care. I don't care. Especially with me working in an industry that I work in. You will have a lot of people who will try you. Why? Because they want something that you have. They see you as a threat. So what do they want you to do? Devalue yourself so they can push you in the background so they can eliminate competition. That's what people do. But when you really chosen, when God really got you, you can't do that to somebody that already know who they are. You can't do that to somebody that they already sees their value. I can walk in a room full of greatness and still know that I am great. Another person's greatness doesn't make me feel less great than them. I can admire greatness and stardom and beauty and still know that, hey, ain't nobody touching Micaiah. And the thing is, I want people to feel the way about themselves. People should feel that way about themselves, but what I realize is that people don't always feel that way about themselves. And because they don't feel that way about themselves, what they do is they project onto you their insecurities, or the way they feel about themselves. Or when people don't get what they want out of you, they try to belittle you to get you to come down on the price. No, baby. In fact, now the prices are going up. So when you want to work again in the future, you're gonna get charged more. You're gonna pay me for my time. I'm gonna make you double the value now, so that you never play with me like that again. And yes, there's forgiveness. There's repentance. I absolutely believe in that. I do. But I have to see change behavior. Let me say this. If you're in the past, the answer is no. There's nobody I want to date in my past. Absolutely nobody. There's nothing there in the past. I don't care if we used to be friends. I don't care who you are. No, no, thank you. I'm good. Because I got a few stalkers. So with that being said, I'm going, y'all. I'm going to get 3 hours in really quick. And then go right back home. God bless y'all. Bye. We'll talk about this more later. But this is just some of the wisdom I wanted to share while I was on my heart to share it.